It's not. The code isn't working for us. For Boynton.
If you're getting that error, I would just like try to re-enter the code or restart the post Fortnite that you
Is everybody?
I'll restart it. There was nobody in yet, so I'll restart it here.
Okay.
And you guys are doing XPL gold, right?
Capital XPL.
Gold.
No. You guys have 1 second. Shoot your players up now.
Yeah, it's not showing anyone in there.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, everybody needs to be NA East. NA East. Everybody needs to be NA East.
Quick question: is this just a scrimmage day, or is this a game?
Scrimmage.
All right. I only have 3 players. That's okay from the queue up to 3 right now.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Just make sure you do not fill.
Yeah. Set your squads to do not fill. Everybody make sure your players are all default skins, default pickaxes, no custom cosmetics please, default skins, default everything. Please make sure you only have 4 players in your party. If you have more than 4 players in your party, you will not be in the match. Not let you win.
I missed what server it was.
NA East. NA East.
Is anybody ready up yet? Because I feel like there's no one in the lobby.
Is the password case sensitive?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Capital
X, capital P, capital L, gold. Sorry, Julian.
All good.
Yeah, we're having trouble getting into. We're gonna restart one of the Fortnite.
I think it looks like everybody's having trouble. I don't know if it's an issue on my end. Let me exit
Did you type it incorrectly?
and log out and start the process again.
So is it? So it's capital XPL and then lowercase gold. That's it.
It's nothing right now because it's being reset.
What is that? What it's going to be?
Yeah.
Is there spaces?
It could be capital X, capital P, capital L, lowercase p o l d.
Should we try and get in again?
Capital.
Madison is in now.
Are you in? Let me see. Okay, cool.
Is there a way to confirm whether people are in or not?
You have to tell us.
It should say that there's 2 players.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
So if you look to the right, it'll tell you how many people are in the queue. So right now, there are 9 in the queue, but then we just drop back down to 4.
I feel 11 here.
Alright, so what location is that? We've got Cayman in, so that's Madison. Who else?
Triangle Storm is in.
The second Madison team is also in here.
Okay.
You guys in? You gotta ready up. Everybody has to ready up to show up in the lobby.
XPL is not even probably good.
So in order to show up, every player needs to be ready up. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on League Spot, I did set up a link to upload, for the winner to upload the dot replay. So if you don't want to email it, you can just upload it there.
Hudson is in.
Alright, T minus 3 minutes. T minus 3 minutes.
Both Church Eagles are in.
T minus 2 minutes. T minus 2 minutes.
Alright, we re-queued. We had another player join. So hopefully we're still good.
You do a quick roll call and I can key in and see the account that got regulated. Yeah, you said Foster Eagles are in. Are the Dragons and Raptors in? Kevin, you said both Madison are in?
I believe so. Ours, mine is Cody said that he got his back in, I think.
Hudson.
Alright, welcome everyone to the Week 0 Fortnite stream. This week we have the Madison Marvels and the Madison Eagles gold team here facing off against every other team in the league. This is the first time we are doing this. We're doing this format, and as such there was bound to be some hiccups here and there, but it looks like we are almost about to get started here, just waiting for a couple of other teams to get into the lobby. But this week we have, for the Madison Marvels, we have Taco Time, Hexy, and J-Maker playing, and then for the Eagles we will have to see who is there. I'll have to coordinate with that location to figure out who is who. But for now, we will just be waiting for just a little bit longer until we can get everyone into the lobby and they will start the match. And I will make sure to give everyone a heads up right before that happens. Alrighty everyone, the time is now moving over to the split player view here, and we can see that they're just now getting into the lobby. We have the Madison team here. The way that you'll be able to tell the difference between the Marvels team and the Eagles team is the two different overlay screens. So here is the red for the Marvels, and then if we switch over, we can go and view the Eagles stream over here. So unfortunately we can't get the in-game audio, so you guys will just have to manage with my voice commentating over it. Hopefully we get all of the necessary information that we need here. And so they are now in the beginning lobby here, almost ready to go into the bus and start up this match. For those of you who are new to the game, the first action that will have to happen is they go on the bus that flies through the sky, transports them over the middle of the island so that they can drop in their parachutes to choose which location they will start the map on. And so it is a very important decision to make when starting one of these matches, to figure out where they're going. And as you can see, they are choosing right now. And if we go to Taco Time's perspective, you can see that map up in the top right there is showing the mini map where they're at the current moment. Right underneath that, you can see how many players are left. There are 35 players left. There is, I believe, is 10 or 12 teams in this battle royale. You can see right next to that, the little target symbol is with a 0 next to it is the eliminations, and then finally you have the knockdowns as well. So as we get going on here, another bit of things, looks like they are going over to the middle of the map. Taco Time moving over to the Eagle Stream. Let's see where they decided to go. They decided to go over to this town instead. Got Swim, we have Aussie, and Clutch MJ. Now, Swim was a part of last season's gold team, which had an undefeated record. So we will see how he performs this season. We have high hopes for both of our gold teams, as we have some very, very skilled players. Looks like the Marvels over here are just touching down in the junkyard area, and it is the Colossal Crops area. You can see the location label is in that top right minimap, as well as the rest of his teammates. You can see those little arrows. They might be a little small to see, but those show where their opponents are. Looks like if we move over to Hexy, look, he's changed some of his settings, but J-Maker getting some pretty good weapons. Those green weapons are pretty decent in the tier list, so every weapon has a color attributed to it based on what tier it is. So there is the white weapons, which are the basic ones. They're found absolutely everywhere. They are not rare at all. And then you have the green ones, which are sort of rare. They don't always show up, and you see that J-Maker already has 3 of them, so that's good. And now a great example, I was just about to say, the blue weapons are up next. Those are the pretty rare ones. You don't see those very often, and they do quite a bit more damage than those green or the white ones. Finally, well, not finally, then you get up to the purple weapons, which are a step above the blue, and then finally you get to those yellow legendary weapons, which do an absolute massive amount of damage. And so the players are always looking to improve their gear. If we go over to Hexy, looks like he only has 1 weapon at the time. Probably was trying to get some those settings dialed in. You can so see Taco Time has a little bit more than that. If we go over to the Eagles, they are moving a little bit more aggressively than the Marvels team here. And just looking around, not too much happens in the beginning of these Fortnite games. It's a lot of collecting resources. You can see Aussie over there collecting a bunch of ammo, collecting the wood that is needed in order to build those massive structures. A good example of the building aspect of this game is Swim. We will see him time and time again using those structures to make sure that the enemy team can't really attack him very much, and creating those barriers, getting the high ground, just overall using the structures to gain some sort of advantage. Moving over to the Madison side here. Again, both sides haven't really gotten too many engagements at the moment. You can see that the life totals for all of their team members up in the top left there, but we can't see it when Hexy is changing his settings. But moving over to Taco Time, you can see up in that top left corner is the rest of the team. Unfortunately, both of the Madison teams are down 1 player due to spring break, but since this is just a scrimmage match, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So moving over to the other perspective, the Eagles, you got Clutch MJ over here taking a little fishing trip. In Fortnite, you can use the fishing rod to collect items, as well as food that can gain you increased health. You can get some shields from it. Just a generally good way of gaining some materials. You see Clutch MJ definitely using that to his advantage. That being said, he can only hold so many items, so he did leave that behind. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner is the inventory. So they really only have 5 slots to figure out what they're going to put there, whether that be a weapon, grenades, healing. All of that takes up an inventory slot, and so they have to be very careful about what they put in their inventory and what they keep. You see Clutch MJ found the Lamborghini in the garage there. You can also find cars and trucks in this game to move across the map more efficiently, and so they will most likely use that to just try and get across the map with a little bit more efficiency here. And obviously we got the utmost realism here with a Lambo going straight through the grass, climbing up mountains. Don't see that every day, but in Fortnite you do. So let's move over to the Madison side over here. Again, not too much happening. The map is designed for a full battle royale of 100 people, and so it is very likely that they are the only ones over in this area, as they have not left those colossal crops location, as there's just so much loot here because there's just no one else to contend. It looks like Taco Time does have that purple bow. Let's go take a closer look at that. You can see that he does have quite a few good weapons. The 2 potions on the right side there can increase the shields of him and his allies if he chooses to do so. And you can see down at the bottom left is those health totals. You have 100 shields, 100 health. The shields are refilled by those blue potions, while the health is restored by either the medkits or the bandages. You see, actually, Taco Time did find some over there, and looks like he's about to craft some primal shotguns. Perhaps making an interesting decision. With that, you just need to collect some valuable resources around the map, and then you can upgrade it using the coins to gain just that little bit of advantage against the other team. There we go. He's going to craft it inside of the crops over there. Oh, and it looks like we are almost missing out on some of the action from the Eagles stream here. Looks like they are 2-man down. We missed him, but the Clutch MJ is reviving Swim right here. They did get hit by the storm, though, so they're going to have to move quickly here. And they're probably not going to be able to save Aussie at the moment. It's going to be a tough one. They're going to attempt to do so, though, but it's just not going to be enough, and they're going to have to get out of here really quick. So you can see that they do actually have a couple of eliminations there. Swim does get under fire and does not have enough materials to build up enough, and they shoot him in the middle of the air, and unfortunately he goes down, but Clutch MJ is here for the assistance. Ooh, but he gets eliminated, and the Madison Eagles place 9th. Now moving over to the other team here, while they were doing something, we also missed them. Unfortunately, they got into a battle at the exact same time. That is really, really unfortunate for us, and so they placed 8th just in front of our other team here. And so now that we are in this point, now the players will spectate the other team until the match comes to a conclusion, and they will get some scouting reports based on that. And it looks like all the teams are coming together at this point, and so we should see not too long from now the players coming to a head. Alright, and with the other team spectating, there is not a whole lot to commentate on, so I will give you guys a little bit of music to go along with the stream here while we wait for the rest of them to resume. Alrighty, with that last game over with, and we're about to start the next one here. We're just waiting for just a couple more teams, and we should be starting in the next couple of minutes here. The Madison teams, one of them placed 9th, the other one placed 8th. A decent start to the season for sure, but as it's just a scrimmage, we're all getting to know each other, making sure that all the teams are working as one. And we shall see how they perform in the later stages of this season. But for now, we will just wait a couple more minutes for the last remaining teams to enter the second game, and we will get underway. Alrighty, everyone, a quick update for the gold match. Unfortunately, it got cut. Well, it went very long for the second match to start up. Fortnite was not cooperating with us whatsoever, and so we will be moving on to the silver game now. And I apologize to all of the gold players if you guys are watching this at this point, that we will definitely try to make the first week run much more smoothly. Obviously, the scrimmage match is going to come with a few hiccups, as I mentioned in the beginning. I definitely forecasted that one correctly, and with that, we will move on to the silver game in just a bit here. Alright, welcome everyone to the second Fortnite match of the day. Now we have the silver team up, the Madison Marvels. Have a full squad this time, thankfully. One of them being remote, so we can't get their video feed, but we have the three here. We have Magic Cat, we have Case Cat, and we have Swabby here, ready to kick off their first season of Fortnite. So we obviously have some high hopes for this season, being this is their first time playing together. We shall see how they're able to improvise and work off of each other this time to see if they can get a victory royale. Unfortunately, the last game for the gold teams only got one game in versus the two that will normally be the standard for this format. So hopefully the silver teams are able to get on time and get that second match in. And so the scoring system for today, if you missed when I explained it the first time for the gold team, is they will be getting 1 point for each elimination they get. They will be getting 3 points for getting in second place, and then 5 points for that victory royale. So the strategies can vary. We'll see what they decide to do this time, whether that be doing a full assault type of playstyle where they try to get as many eliminations as possible, or if they try to do the long con and wait out the storm and try to be that last or second to last player. And so I just heard that we will be starting very, very shortly. Maximum 3-minute wait time here as we get the last teams into the lobby here. Alrighty, everyone. Finally, welcome back. We are going, well, we just started actually. I thought we were going to start like 10 minutes ago, but here we are finally moving over to the player views, and just so we can get a good overview, I will go through all of the UI once again, just in case you weren't here for the gold game. So right off the bat, they are in a pre-game lobby at the moment, so they should be starting in just a minute here. Then once they get that over with, they will get pushed into a bus which flies over the middle of the map, where they can then choose where they drop for the game. And so that is one of the most important decisions you can make at the beginning of the game, is where you drop. And so we'll see where Madison decides to go. There are just so many options, and with a reduced number of players than the usual 100 that is a part of a normal BR, it'll be interesting to see if they go to opposite ends of the map or if they try for a more aggressive strategy. And here we go. We have Magic Cat's view at the moment. We'll move over to the split player screen, just because it is a little bit hard to track everyone unless we're watching them all at once. So we have Magic Cat, we have Case Cat, we have Swabby, and then we have one more Madison player who is not physically present at the moment but is connecting remotely. So going back to the UI, looks like they are going, funny enough, going to the exact same place that the gold team went. Whether they planned that or not, I'm not sure, but they're going back to that colossal fields area once again. The gold team had mediocre success there last time, but that was mainly due to the engagement that they got last time. So we'll see if they're able to go. Wow, already Case Cat in an engagement with another player. He ends up getting knocked down. Unfortunately, they dropped right on top of the Madison team, so they're going to have to quickly find some weapons here before they get eliminated. I don't think they were really expecting this amount of pressure right off the bat, and we have Magic Cat, who only really found a harpoon gun. He's going to need to find something else a little bit more viable for a weapon against. It looks like they already have some sort of automatic machine gun here. Looks like Swabby goes down as well. It's not looking too great for the Madison team here, but there's always the last remaining player who is able to carry on the legacy here. We got Magic Cat is here, the last one alive. I'll move over to his perspective so that we can see a little bit bigger screen view here. So he is definitely making his grand escape. Looks like he's going to take a truck to maybe try to help some of his teammates here, as he knows that there's really not a large chance of him winning just by himself. So, and ran into a rock there. And looks like he's also a little bit low on fuel as well, so he's not going to be able to do too much with this truck, but it will give him an opportunity to get a little bit closer and try to get those reboot cards. So if he's able to get those cards, they're then able to revive them later on, although that's an entire team. I don't think he wants to be involved in that at all. And he's got 3 health right now, and he does get hit for placing 8. That was a really unfortunate start for the Madison team here, and looks like they were knocked out by the Falls Church team here. Now they are also in engagement, so now unfortunately they will have to wait. That was one of the fastest rounds I have ever witnessed, but as it's just a scrimmage, they will be back for next game and obviously all of games after this as well. And the point structure for this season of Fortnite does increase the value of all of the points as the season goes on. So even if the team takes a little bit of time to get going, they have a chance at the end to make a comeback as well. So we will see if Madison needs that, although I don't think that first match was really a good indicator of what we can see from this Madison team, considering they didn't even get a chance to get most of their weapons. I don't think they were really expecting another team to drop on top of them. They're able to see if other players are going to drop on top of them, but I don't think they were really paying attention. As it is their first match, and the Falls Church team definitely put an aggressive tactic that could have gone the other way very easily. Just so happens that they got the weapons before Madison did, and obviously won that fight. But while we wait, Madison does get a good opportunity to kind of scout out the other team here, try to figure out what their strategy is, see if they can alter their own play styles and strategies to try to make a better impact on the game next time. So we shall see whether they are able to get this information and really use it to its best effect. Alrighty, well, sorry for the very, very, very long wait, but unfortunately it does not look like we're going to get a second match for the silver team either. Instead, they will be practicing on their own just so they can get a little bit of practice for the first official match, which we'll see starting next week, and hopefully the league irons out some of these very large wrinkles and can get this match started for both of them on time for next week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We will be switching over to Overwatch. The gold team will be playing against the Palos Verdes Wales, and then right after that will be the silver Overwatch team playing against the Triangle Dragons. So those matches will for sure be starting on time, and the action will be starting at 5 and at 6 p.m. Thank you, and oh, and one more thing, the Overwatch game will be hosted on our other channel at XPL Madison Overwatch, not on this main channel. Although it will be hosted here, so you can still check it out here as well. But for now, see everyone next week for the next week.